Have you ever wondered why you're attracted to certain people and not others? What is it that makes someone irresistible to us? It's a question as old as human interaction itself. Attraction, that elusive, beguiling force, is a complex tapestry woven from threads of biology, psychology, and culture. It's a puzzle that, despite its inherent complexity, we're driven to understand. Are we simply at the mercy of our instincts, or is there more to the story? Let's turn to science for an explanation and insight into this fascinating human behavior. Attraction isn't merely a social construct but deeply ingrained in our biology. Follow along with our time-stamped key moments in the description below. We've broken the video down into chapters so that you can easily follow along or skip to a section that is of interest to you. When we delve into the science of attraction, it becomes apparent that there are several factors at play, many of which are biologically hardwired into us. One of the most intriguing factors is the role of pheromones. These are chemical signals secreted by our bodies, invisible to the naked eye, yet they have a profound impact on how we perceive others. Research has shown that we're unconsciously drawn to individuals whose pheromones are different from our own, a mechanism that nature has crafted for genetic diversity. Next up, let's talk about symmetry. The idea that balance and proportion in a person's physical features can be so appealing. From a biological perspective, symmetry is seen as an indicator of good health and strong genes. Studies have suggested that individuals with more symmetrical faces are often perceived as more attractive. On the subject of physical characteristics, it's interesting to note how certain traits are universally appealing. Studies have shown that men, across cultures, are drawn to women with a waist-to-hip ratio of about 7:10, a sign of fertility. Women, on the other hand, are often attracted to men with broader shoulders and a narrow waist, indicative of strength and virility. Recent research has begun to shed light on how our brains process these signals of attraction. Neuroimaging studies have shown that when we see someone we're attracted to, our brains release a cocktail of chemicals, including dopamine and oxytocin, inducing feelings of pleasure and fostering a sense of connection. And let's not forget about the role of genetics. Research has suggested that we may be predisposed to be attracted to certain types of people based on our own genetic makeup. The biology of attraction, it seems, is a complex interplay of chemicals, physical attributes, and genetic predispositions. So the next time you feel that inexplicable pull towards someone, remember that it's not just about shared interests or a sparkling conversation. Our bodies, it seems, have a language of their own when it comes to attraction. But biology isn't the sole determinant of attraction. Our minds play a significant role too. Let's delve into the psychological factors contributing to attraction. First up is shared interests. It's no secret that we tend to gravitate towards people who share our hobbies, passions, and perspectives. This is because shared interests foster a sense of understanding and commonality, which can lead to a deeper connection. A study conducted at the University of Kansas in 2022 found that individuals with similar interests were more likely to develop attraction towards each other. Next up, emotional compatibility. This is where the complexities of our individual personalities come into play. We often find ourselves attracted to those who we perceive as emotionally compatible with us. It's about more than just shared feelings. It's understanding, empathy, and the ability to navigate emotional landscapes together. A recent study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found a significant correlation between emotional compatibility and attraction. And then, there's the principle of proximity. This principle suggests that physical or geographical closeness increases the likelihood of attraction. We're more likely to form connections with people we interact with regularly, whether it's classmates, colleagues, or neighbors. This isn't just about convenience, it's about familiarity breeding comfort and ultimately attraction. A 2023 study from the University of California confirmed that the principle of proximity still holds true, even in our increasingly digital world. These psychological factors, along with others, intertwine to shape our perceptions of attractiveness. They influence not only who we are drawn to, but also the depth and quality of our relationships. It's a fascinating dance of the mind, one that's as complex as it is compelling. So, while biology sets the stage for attraction, it's our psychological makeup that truly defines the script. We're not just slaves to our biological impulses. Our minds have a say in the matter too. And it's this interplay between mind and body, this intricate ballet of biological and psychological forces, that shapes our experiences of attraction. Our minds, in conjunction with our bodies, dictate who we find attractive. We can't ignore the influence of culture and society on our preferences. As we delve deeper into the science of attraction, it becomes evident that it isn't solely about biology or psychology. The culture we grow up in and the society we live in play a significant role in shaping our perceptions of attractiveness. Take, for instance, the societal norms that define beauty. In many Western cultures, a slim figure, clear skin, and symmetrical features are often considered hallmarks of attractiveness. But travel to the remote corners of the world, and you'll find that these standards don't hold. In some African societies, for example, a fuller figure is seen as a sign of beauty, prosperity, and social status. And it's not just physical attractiveness that's influenced by culture and society. Our perceptions of what makes someone attractive on a deeper level, their personality, their values, their behavior, these too are shaped by our societal norms and cultural upbringing. In some cultures, assertiveness and confidence might be seen as attractive traits, while in others, humility and modesty might be more valued. Recent research has shed light on how these perceptions can vary widely across different societies and cultures. One study found that while some cultures value physical attractiveness more, others might place a higher emphasis on social status or personal character. This underlines the fact that what we find attractive isn't universal, but rather a product of our cultural and societal context. It's fascinating, isn't it? How our preferences, our attractions are not just our own, but also reflections of the world we live in. They are shaped by the stories we grow up with, the values we are taught, and the norms we are expected to adhere to. So, while our genes and our psychology certainly play a part in attraction, they are not the whole story. They are but strands in a complex tapestry, woven with threads of culture and society, history and tradition, norms and values. Culture and society, therefore, add another layer to the complex tapestry of attraction. Let's go back in time now for a minute. Our ancestors also played a part in molding our current preferences. Our evolutionary history has left an indelible imprint on what we find attractive today. The need for procreation and survival, fundamental to all species, has shaped our preferences over hundreds of thousands of years. Consider, for instance, our preference for physical attributes. Our ancestors valued traits that signaled health and reproductive fitness. Studies show that men tend to favor women with a low waist-to-hip ratio, a sign of fertility. Women, on the other hand, are often drawn to men with broad shoulders and a narrow waist, indicators of strength and the ability to protect. Similarly, symmetry in facial or body features is universally appealing. Symmetry is a subtle sign of good health and genetic quality, making symmetrical individuals more desirable mates. Evolutionary psychologists suggest that our brains are wired to find symmetry attractive because it indicates a potential partner is less likely to carry genetic defects. Our ancient ancestors also relied heavily on scent to choose their partners. Pheromones, chemical signals secreted by the body, played a crucial role in mate selection. Even today, our sense of smell can influence our attractions, though we might not be consciously aware of it. Psychological traits, too, bear the mark of our evolutionary past. Confidence, resourcefulness, and intelligence, for instance, are attractive because they indicate a person's ability to survive and thrive in challenging environments. These traits suggest that the individual would be a reliable partner and a good provider for offspring. In conclusion, our attractions are not random or entirely personal. They are shaped by our evolutionary history and the survival needs of our ancestors. The next time you feel an inexplicable attraction towards someone, remember that your ancient ancestors might have a hand in it. So, while culture, society, and personal experiences play significant roles in defining our attractions, we cannot ignore the evolutionary angle. We are, after all, products of our past. And thus, our past has a say in who we find attractive today. Despite all these factors, attraction remains unpredictable. The alluring dance of attraction has always been a fascinating yet perplexing aspect of human behavior. Even with our understanding of its biological, psychological, and social foundations, it continues to baffle us with its capricious nature. Think about it. How often have you found yourself drawn to someone who doesn't fit your usual type? Or surprised by a sudden spark with a person you've known for years? Such instances only underline the unpredictable, almost chaotic nature of attraction. This unpredictability is largely due to the myriad of individual differences that exist amongst us. Each person is a unique blend of experiences, values, and desires. Our attractions are shaped by this beautiful complexity. We are not just the products of our genes or the societies we live in, we are the sum of our individual journeys. Perhaps it's this unpredictability that makes attraction so intriguing, so intoxicating. It keeps us on our toes, fills our lives with a sense of wonder and anticipation. It reminds us that the human heart and mind are not bound by rules or formulas. So, while science might provide us some insight, attraction remains a deeply personal and wonderfully unpredictable phenomenon. It's a testament to our individuality, to the rich tapestry of human experiences. In the end, the science of attraction is as complex and unique as we are. Like and subscribe to join us on a journey of discovery as we seek to understand the fundamental aspects of human behavior, emotions, cognition, and relationships. Until next time.